Shalom, Israel. Everyone can hear me. Let me see here. Should be able to hear me. All right. Everybody should be able to hear me, right? Most High in Christ. Everybody able to hear me. There we go. The water for your patience. This is the Lashawan Qadash, the Hebrew class. Okay. We're going to get into the Hebrew. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Anyone have any questions? This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, ISUPK, out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City, New York, since 1969. Okay, this truth has been passed down from Abba Bivens to the 7 heads. The 7 heads have passed it down to Commanding General Yohana, man designated and fit to lead Israel. Yes, I said that, and I said it correctly. And we stand on it. All right, what Esau say? We hold these truths to be self-evident. And he is the authority to lead all people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, back to the Most High. Okay, lead all people back to the Most High. Teach the truth, which is the Bible. The truth, which is the Bible. Okay. Thank you for your patience. I got any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I'll take some questions if you have any questions. Let me see. Put that like that. Okay. Put that here. All right. Definitely, if you have any questions, pop them in. We're going to get into the Lashawan Qadash. I just want to go over something quickly, briefly. Shalom, I got you locked in, up. Okay. Definitely have you locked in. Any questions? Any questions? You got any questions? Put them in on the chat. Put them in the chat. Whatever chat you may be in. The Facebook, the YouTube. I'm just waiting to see if anybody has any questions. We'll jump right into it. I want to just go over something briefly. The Supreme Court nomination confirmation, right? Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson has been under questioning. Salaki, excuse me. And then we're going to go into the Hebrew, the Lashawan Qadash, the Lashawan Qadash. Make sure I say it correctly. Okay. But I just want y'all to know that it was a disservice what the brother Cory Booker did. Cory Booker, who is the senator of New Jersey, did a disservice. Okay, he did a disservice to the sister directly, Ketanji Brown Jackson, the judge, who is a sister. Now, these are Israelites. He did a disservice to that sister. He did a disservice to all sisters. He did a disservice to brothers. He did a disservice to all the entire nation of Israel. And most importantly, he did a disservice to the Most High God. Okay? All right? Okay? And we're going to watch a video and see the video clip as to what exactly I'm speaking of and why I say he did a disservice. Okay? He did a disservice, man. It was not right. It was wrong. And a lot of times, the majority of the time, our people, when I say our people, I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, whom the Most High has set the law and established the law, statutes, and commandments for as his chosen and special people. We make up the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called Negro, the so-called West Indian, the so-called Hispanic, the so-called Latino, all right, the so-called Native, the so-called Indigenous, the so-called First Nations, specifically of North, Central, and South America. We are scattered abroad across this planet. Okay. We're heavily concentrated here in North, Central, and South America. And what we do as a people, we think that we're doing something that is correct. We think we're doing something correct, but it is incorrect. All right? Because of how we're brought up, what our teaching is, what may feel comfortable to us, what may feel right. We do these things, right? We speak these words, we take these actions, we follow these religions, we follow these ideas, we follow after the other nations, okay? And we think that it is right. We think that it is correct. We think that it is true to the Most High God. I'll talk to you about that, Martez, brother Martez. Okay, we can speak about that after class. All right, that way it's not interfering with the class. But if you have any other question, brother, I greatly appreciate it. Any other question? Anybody have any questions? Okay. All right. Get Proverbs chapter 14. Proverbs chapter 14. Proverbs 14. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. Get this, Proverbs 14 and 12. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. Okay. Because of all of our upbringing, we feel and believe that the things that we're doing are correct. It even feels good. It feels right. It seems like, why would this be wrong? You know, on top of that, you're going to get praised and worshiped, and everybody will approve of the things that you say or do. Okay. But please know that a lot of these things in which we do are not according to the Bible. It's not according to the law, statutes, and commandments. It's not according to righteousness. Right? It's not what the Most High requires of us to do. Okay. And because it's not what the Most High requires us to do, it's wrong. Okay? It is completely wrong. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12 says this. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Okay. Okay. These seem right. There is a way which seemeth right. All right. We're going to talk about Cory Booker, our brother. We're going to talk about our brother, right? And what he did and said. Because people would say, why would you say that's wrong? Why would you say that's wrong, brother? That's not wrong. That can't be wrong how he feels. And what he said was absolutely wrong. And because we as a people, black people, and when I say black, I mean all 12 tribes, because they're black because of the curses, okay? Identifying markers that are scriptural, all right? It's not just about skin color. It's pertaining condition, prophesied condition. What was prophesied, okay? A lot for y'all patience. Right? Because we as a people, what? We are passionate. We know how to speak. We are poetic. We mastered the English language. Okay, we know how to captivate you with words. We sure enough know how to captivate with words. We know what to say. Ooh, wait. Right? Cory Booker felt as if he knew what to say. I'm going to play it for you. I'm going to play the clip so that everybody sees exactly what I'm saying, so they don't feel that I'm wrong. All right? Okay? How could it be wrong, brother? Why are you so against Ketanji? The sister, Ketanji. Her name is Ketanji. Come on now. How could you be against Ketanji Brown Jackson? That's a black folks name. She black, brother. You don't want the sister in the Supreme Court justice? Don't you see how they treating her and what they saying? The things that they bringing up, they trying to bash her. Get a clip that goes right to the point. We'll get right to it. Now this seems right. This is going to sound right and seem right. And it's going to feel so right, what Cory Booker is saying. Cory Booker, a black man. one of us, Senator of New Jersey, Cory Booker.
You got here how every black woman in America who's gotten anywhere has done. By being, like Ginger Rogers said, I did everything Fred Astaire did, but backwards in heels. And I want to tell you, when I look at you, this is why I get emotional. I'm sorry, you're a person that is so much more than your race and gender. You're a Christian, you're a mom, you're an intellect, you love books. But for me, I'm sorry, it's hard for me not to look at you and not see my mom, not to see my cousins, one of them who had to come here and sit behind you. She had to have your back. I see my ancestors and yours. Nobody's going to steal the joy of that woman in the street, or the calls that I'm getting, or the texts. Nobody's going to steal that joy. You have earned this spot. You are worthy. You are a great American. That is the story of how you got to this desk. And so you faced insults here that were shocking to me. Well, actually not shocking. But you are here because of that kind of love. And nobody's taken this away from me. So you got 5 more folk to go through. 5 more of us. And then you can sit back and let us have all the debates. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a well-charted Senate floor, because it's not going to stop. They're going to accuse you of this and that. Heck, in honor of your person who shares your birthday, you might be called a communist. But don't worry, my sister. Don't worry. God has got you. And how do I know that? Because you're here. And I know what it's taken for you to sit in that seat. Today, you're my star. You are my harbinger of hope. This country is getting better and better and better. And when that final vote happens, and you ascend onto the highest court in the land, I'm going to rejoice. And I'm going to tell you right now, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, will be better because of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Booker. We're going to take a 10-minute break.
All right. Okay. You know, big, bad, bearded, mean Captain Azania is on the case. Ooh-wee. Oh, man, Captain Azania. What you gonna say now? Oh, who-he. He's just gonna all cry and come on, Captain Azania. Come on, ISUPK. Wasn't that nice? What was wrong with that? Come on now. Don't be so mean and cruel. Come on now. Anybody see anything that I see? Does anybody see what I see? Anybody? Does anybody see what I see? The shirt that I have on. I may be incorrect. I have to just double check with the name. But the shirt that I have on, Strange Fruit. There's a picture in this on this t-shirt. The picture, as you can see, on this t-shirt is a black woman. A pregnant black woman that is lynched, hanging from a tree. She is hanging from a tree by her neck being wrapped in a noose, rope, strung up and tied to a strong branch on a tree, a strong tree. And if you look close in the picture, you can see not only was the oxygen cut off and the blood cut off, but it appears as if her neck is broken. Her neck is broken. This is a black woman. This is a sister. This is an Israelite. Now, the brother used the term ancestors. The ancestors. Okay. The Bible says, honor thy father and thy mother. It says it in the commandments. Honor thy father and thy mother. And how do we go about honoring this sister? I think her name is Mary Washington. I may be incorrect. So excuse me, Salakia. Okay. But this sister here. Now the backdrop of this story, the sister is pregnant. Her husband was taken from the home. Her husband was taken from their home late at night. Okay. And the brother being taken from the home, okay, he was accused, most likely falsely accused, of some crime or some incident, some trumped up charges brought upon him. He was taken from his home. And it was said to her and to his family that he committed a crime and he needed to go to jail. So they took him to jail. And in the event that they took him to jail, no information was given to this sister, his wife, the mother of his children, the mother of the unborn child inside of her stomach, her womb, inside of her body. It goes on in record, in history, that the brother was lynched by a lynch mob. He was murdered. He was put to death. He was hung and put to death. Now, this sister did not know that. Sister on my shirt did not know that. This is why it's so important for us to truly understand our history, to truly understand who our God is. You do not serve the same God as your enemy. You shouldn't. But because you do, and you follow the same God as your enemy, and you look at your enemy as God, and yes, I said enemy. God damn it, they lynched us. They hung us from trees. They raped and murdered us, stripped us of everything. And damn right, everything is about race. Everything is. You want to tell the victim to be quiet, to remain silent, to not seek justice? But we should just go along to get along. Is that right? We should just follow the false religions of the oppressor, those that enslaved us, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So it goes on, right? This is the story of the sister on this t-shirt. It goes on. The sister then goes and looks for her husband. She goes to the courthouse. She goes to the jailhouse. She continues to ask, where's my husband? Where's my husband? Where is he? What crime did he commit? What did he do that was wrong? Where is he? I want to see him. As a human being, as a wife, as a mother, as a daughter, as a sister. She is looking for justice. She is looking for answers. She is looking for what should be right. And she has every right to look. She is in every right to look for her husband and to ask and to require where he is. And because she was persistent and she was not quiet and she didn't shut up, and they felt as if she nagged and nagged and nagged and nagged, they took their sister who's pregnant. They tied her up, bound her. They took their sister because she would not stop requesting where her husband is. Asking where her husband is. What happened to him? What did you do to him? Because she continued to ask and ask and ask. They hung their sister. They murdered her. And the baby inside of her womb died as well. And as we sit and wait to hear the confirmation or rejection of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, we get told, we see it as something that is right or correct, especially what Cory Booker has done. Cory Booker thinks that this is right and correct. But we should look at this sister here, hanging from this tree, as our sister sits at a table built and erected on our backs, on our bloodshed, on our murder. She sits at a table, and they're going to put her in this position. If they put her in this position, they're going to put her in the position where she is the Supreme Court Justice of the oppressor, of the same people that murdered this sister on this t-shirt and the baby inside. Will Ketanji Brown Jackson require justice for her? For this woman? For this black woman? Because black women struggle. Black women are the most hated, the most oppressed. Will she require justice from this despicable, disgusting nation? From this racist nation? Will she require justice? Will she at least hold them accountable? Hell, will she be held accountable for what she believes? Let me play the video again, please. I'm going to play the video again. We're going to talk about it.
You got here how every black woman in America who's gotten anywhere has done.
You got here. And that's that. I don't take any slight out of that. I'm not saying that it's not difficult for black people to get anything in this place. But are we fighting for something that is not right? Are we fighting for something that is outside of the Most High? Are we fighting for something that will only build up our enemy and not ourselves? We absolutely are. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. That is following America. That is democracy. That is Republican or Democrat, independent. That is voting. That is pushing for legislation and beyond legislation. That if we get at this table, if we get in these positions, then we can change it and we can do something. And Yahushua showed us the signs and told us to wait for these signs, so that Babylon, which is the daughter of Babylon, which is America, is going to fall. The great whore should fall. And that should be a day of rejoice. That should be a day where we know that our king is going to return and establish his kingdom on the earth, a righteous and everlasting kingdom. But we're not fighting for that. We're fighting for Satan's kingdom, for the oppressor, for the devil. We want to sit down with the devil and talk to the devil, eat with the devil, write bills and laws with the devil. This sister couldn't answer the question about what is a woman. She couldn't make a clear stance on abortion. Why? She wants to be right in their eyes. She wants to be right in their eyes. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33. Why trimmest thou ways? Why trimmest thy way to seek love? Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways? You trim your ways. We said she was a Christian. She got this strong faith. She don't know what a woman is. She can't tell us what a woman is. She can't go against abortion, the murder of babies, innocent children. No, she's going to trim her ways. She's going to do whatever it takes. And by the way, she's married to an oppressor. So we supposed to fail Cory Booker? Cory Booker, she didn't choose you, Cory Booker. You fighting for her, crying for her, using all this poetic language for her on her behalf. She didn't choose you, Cory Booker. You said when you see her, you see your mother. She didn't marry a man that looked like her father, or had to fight like her father, struggle like her father.
By being, like Ginger Rogers said, I did everything Fred Astaire did, but backwards in heels. And I want to tell you, when I look at you, this is why I get emotional. I'm sorry, you're a person that is so much more than your race and gender. You're a Christian, you're a mom, you're an intellect, you love books, but for me,
you're a Christian. You're a Christian. This is why in the ISUPK, why we talk about Christian and the term Christian, and we go against the term Christian, because the term Christian has been flipped and destroyed and discarded. It doesn't mean what it biblically means. Why y'all always against Christians? Talking about Christians. Don't it mean follower of Christ? Aren't you a follower of Christ? Christians aren't followers of Christ. A Christian doesn't follow Christ. No way does a Christian follow Christ. In no way, shape, or form. Christians, what does Christian mean today compared to what it meant before? Those who follow Christ. Those who are anointed under Christ. What does Christian mean today? Because he just said it, you're a Christian. You're so much more than your gender and your race. You're a Christian. What does a Christian mean today? What does that mean today? If you're a Christian, please defend yourself. What does a Christian mean today? What does Christian mean today? And today, when you think of a Christian, what do you think about? Think of a Christian, what do you think about? It's a Christian. Hey, shalom, huh? ISUPK. Just give me one moment, I'll pass the class over to you. What is a Christian today? When you think of a Christian, what do you think of? You want me to type it in? I'll type it in. I'll type it in. I'm going to type in a video right now. I'll type it in. Let me type in this video right real quick. Y'all think I'm lying. A Christian does whatever the hell they want to do. That's a Christian. A Christian does whatever their hearts desire. The laws are done away with. When you think of Christianity, the first thing you got to think of is the laws are done away with. And if the laws are done away with, what does that mean? There's no rules. God knows my heart. There's a way that seemeth right. I'm doing what's right. They think I'm joking, man. Y'all think I'm wild.
The king, formerly known as
Y'all think I'm coming up with something. This one here. I think y'all, yeah, they go to the one I want. That's the one I want. What's a Christian, y'all? What is a Christian? Let me see what the brothers and sisters saying. Christian as today would become as you are. That's right. They say the laws are done away with and the blood of Christ is on them. Right. That makes no sense. That's good too, brother. The brother saying, right. Come as you are. Come as you are. Come as you are. And what happens? What happens? There's no requirement to change. There's no requirement to change. Ain't no requirement to change. Come on now. Come as you are and do what? Remain the same. Because Jesus loves you. You a hoe. But Jesus loves you. Come as you are. Now, woman, boy, you brought out the Megan Good story, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know she got the divorce and everything.
Yeah.
She came out. I forget what it's called. Yeah, 2 days ago. There we go. Yeah. Remember that sister, right? The sister said, well, can you change how you dress? She went on Instagram, brother. After that divorce, whoo-wee! Full out bikini. Said, oh, I'm free now. I'm liberated. Okay. We're going to play some of these, all right?
Okay.
Let's play some of these. Just give me a couple minutes. I just want to show people who Christians are because they want to know why we're saying, because the brother just called this sister a Christian.
I get emotional. I'm sorry, you're a person that is so much more than your race and gender. You're a Christian, you're a mom, you're an intellect, you love books, but you're a telling you when I look at you, this is why I get it. Ginger Rogers said, I did everything Fred Astaire did, but backwards in heels. And I want to tell you when I look at you, this is why I get emotional. I'm sorry, you're a person that is so much more than your race and gender.
That's America. That is what America wants you to be, black people. They want you to be more. They want you to think and believe you're so much more than your race and gender. You're so much more. You should just go to the job. You should just go to the school. You should just go to the meetings. You should just get involved with politics. You should get involved with religion and not have to worry about race because you're so much more than your race. You're an individual. I don't represent all black people. I don't want to represent black people. I want to represent myself. I got here by myself. Martin Luther King said it, right? People be what? Judged on their character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not their race, not their religion, not their creed. Why the hell not? Why shouldn't you be judged based on your race? Why shouldn't you be judged based on your religion? You know why? Because that's the modern day Christian. You shouldn't be judged on it. What the hell are you about it for? Why are you a part of it? It's who you are.
You're Christian, your mom, has done by being like Ginger Rogers said. I did everything Fred Astaire did, but backwards in heels. And I want to tell you when I look at you, this is why I get emotional. I'm sorry, you're a person that is so much more than your race and gender. You're a Christian, you're a mom, your intellect, you love books, but for me, I'm sorry, it's hard for me not to look at you and not see my mom, not to see my cousins, one of them who had to come here and sit behind you. She had to have your back. I see my ancestors and yours. Nobody's going to steal the joy of that woman. And
you see this shirt, right?
Yeah.
You see her? You see the sister on the shirt? Call her a Christian. So let's see what this Christian is like. Let's see what some Christians is about.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Kim on stage, and this video is sponsored in part by DiGiorno.
Thankfully, it's not the Lord. It's DiGiorno. Nestle. Good food, good life.
I'm capable of the church. Needless to say, I was very disheartened. I was like, this is just too much.
Look at her, twerking in church. Twerking at a gospel event, church service. She is twerking. How the hell did she get in there? That's what I want to know. How the hell did she get in there? It wasn't a church. It was Alabama State University. It wasn't church shop. It was a gospel service. It wasn't church. Okay, all right. Here we go. Here we go. Excuse the commentary, Salaki.
Unacceptable things, right? Let me go ahead and show you right here. Look.
Look.
Wait, what?
This is church. And this is a woman twerking on another woman. This church. This good old church folk.
Difference between a strip club.
How about y'all Christian weddings? No? Go ahead.
I mean, Salaki, this makes it no different than a strip club, right? Don't they take an offering up for the strippers? I mean, they take up money for the strippers, but they just doing it in church now.
It is so many.
That's the one.
These ain't even the ones that I was talking about, but it's so many. It's just so many, man.
Yeah, the bride's out there twerking and stripping.
This is your Christian wedding. This is your Christian wedding service. Everyone jumps in and does it. I'm looking for the other one, the most recent. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. Do you see the baby? Now, Salakia, I don't condone violence. The ISUPK, we do not condone violence. But Salakia, if I'm at my wedding, or if I'm at a wedding, and my children are there, look at the baby girl. I want you to catch the baby girl on the way. That's a little girl.
Yeah.
I am punching everybody in the goddamn face. So I'm Salakia. I know it would be, I'm not condoning violence, but I know it would be understood and respected. Why did the Captain Azania just punch everybody in the face? You know why he did? His daughter was in there while they twerking at a wedding.
She should have fun too, right? That's crazy. Right.
Nah, let me get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that was the one. Like the strip.
There was one that just came out like this week. There it is. Here it is, right here. This is the bridesmaids. They walk in. This is right after the wedding. This is right after the wedding. This is right after the wedding. This is disgusting. Crawling on the damn floor. Throwing money. Now watch. Now watch. There's children right here. Children. Look at the babies. Look at the babies. Look at the little girls watching. Nobody says stop. Nobody says no. This is your Christian church. This is Christianity. This is Christianity at its finest. This is Christianity. Y'all think I'm just making something up, huh?
Continues to maintain his innocence, responding to
I'm just making something up, right?
The world. When he said, oh, Prophet Power, next A, B, and C, let's put money together. Even my birthday, some of you refuse to contribute. May God punish you.
Because you did not give me money for my birthday. Listen what she said. Listen close.
Prophet Power, next A, B, and C, let's put money together. Even my birthday, some of you refuse to contribute. May God punish you.
May God punish you.
Yeah. Because you are wicked.
Because you are wicked.
When I stand here and preach, some of you come to my office, you disturb me with prayers and everything. Give money for us to celebrate Pastor Cecilia. It's not like I'm coming to give the money. It's for the food that you are coming to eat yourself. Some of you gave nothing and you eat like a...
You came to my birthday, you ate food, and you didn't give money? At least give money. God is not going to bless you. God is going to curse you. I don't believe in God. Christians, you modern day Christians, you do not believe in God. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I'm gonna pass the class over. I just wanted to bring this one out. Woo, this was a heavy one. This was a heavy one.
ordained minister, Christian Graham.
Just the cheap. Okay, it was just cheap. A little bit. I mean,